Going for boost. Well, I think going for boost, if you're a boost merchant, like someone like AJ or someone, you go for boost.
100% of the time.
Yes.
Always, every second of every game. Ball's going in your net, don't worry about it. Go get the boost and make sure you've got the full 100 to celebrate with the other team.
Oh God. Never. Yeah, never. Always go for ball.
Yeah.
Number one rule of Rocket League.
Welcome to the Boost Over Ball podcast, where three aggressively average Rocket League players talk about everything RLCS with your hosts, Ace, Code Red Jack, Kyle Cube, and AJ Binky. So, if you've ever wondered when the best time to go for Boost Over Ball is, you've come to the right place.
Hello and welcome back to the Boost Over Ball podcast. Today we have an interview for you guys with Uncle_Che, Twitch streamer, Rocket League content creator. This is another fun interview to do, and we can't wait for you guys to hear it. So without further ado, we will jump right into our interview.
So my name's Uncle Che. I've been streaming Rocket League for 2 years, probably closer to 2.5 years. I've been saying 2 years for a while now, so I feel like it's probably more at 2.5 now. I got to start rounding up. And yeah, I'm like fairly new to the scene. Like I said, been streaming 2.5 and been playing Rocket League about 3.5. Rocket League was introduced to me by my girlfriend's older brother, funnily enough, and I just fell in love. I played on the Nintendo Switch for like a year before getting a hand-me-down PC. As soon as I got a PC, I think I was like Diamond at that time, like Diamond 2 or something like that. As soon as I got a PC, I mean, I like went live immediately. I knew I wanted to. I had like a friend. Actually, I had two friends. Shout out Bucky and shout out Gigi Supernova, who both of them don't really stream anymore. So sad days, but they were streamers. One of them was a Rocket League streamer. The other played like Call of Duty or was a variety streamer or something. And I had watched them play, had actually like come onto their stream and like played and just hung out on their stream, and I just loved it. It just like clicked with me. I feel like I always wanted to be some sort of like a performer, entertainer in like some way. I just didn't really know how or what I was gonna do, but I feel like streaming Rocket League brought like a lot of my interests together, and that I really loved Rocket League, and I still do love Rocket League, and I also get like the chance to like engage with people, build a community, be silly, be funny. And so it really brought together like several interests, and I've just been like hooked ever since. I mean, I've been on the grind. I stream every day, like other than Saturday. That's like my one day that I take to myself, hang out with my girlfriend, hang out with my dog. But yeah, I love it. I love Rocket League, like genuinely passionate about the game. And yeah, that's a little bit about me and my background.
Okay, well, we have I had some good questions, I think, lined up here for us today. But first, we'll start out with a little bit kind of more about you, some of your background, before we'll jump into some Rocket League stuff. But Uncle Che, you have a very interesting and unique name.
Yeah.
How did that come about? How did you pick that?
Yeah, great question. So I am an uncle, first and foremost. I got some nieces and some nephews. So that's where the uncle came in. The underscore was just because I think Uncle Che was taken, and I kind of adopted the underscore and went with it. And now I'm like adamant about it. Like I kind of like have a joke on my stream that like, you can't call me Uncle Che. Like you have to put the underscore in. And then, so that's just what my nieces and nephews called me, who couldn't like pronounce my name. Or pronounce my name properly. They would call me Uncle Che, Uncle Che Che. I don't know who first originally said it. I don't know which niece or which nephew specifically said it, but it stuck. They call me Uncle Che Che or Uncle Che, and so I had to carry it over into the stream. And I call my community like my nieces and nephews. So yeah, it's become a whole ordeal.
That's awesome. I enjoy that.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. I I was questionable about it in the beginning. I was like, I don't know, it's kind of dumb, but like, it's really grown on me, and I love it. I'll never rebrand. I'm stuck as Uncle Che forever, and I'm happy about it.
Fair. So then the second one, you got a little bit of a theme going, picture wise, aesthetic wise, the avocados.
Yeah.
How did that start? Are you just really passionate about avocados?
Yeah, streaming brought all my interests together: Rocket League, entertainment, and avocados. Yeah, it's so funny because that's what's so cool about streaming. I mean, you can make it whatever you want, incorporate. I also do like a little bit of like rapping on my stream just because I'm just like a fan of rap, and so I talk about like basketball and just the stuff I'm passionate about. And that's what's so cool about streaming is like you can bring everything together, and I feel like that's what streaming has been for me. But yes, I am passionate about avocados. It doesn't go beyond other, like, I just love them. I put them on an obnoxious amount of meals, even meals that you wouldn't like think to put avocados on. And I also like always overdo it. Like if someone would put on like, you know, maybe a couple slices onto a burrito or a taco or something, I'm gonna like triple that. I'm gonna put on a lot of slices. So yeah, it just came from loving it. And then when I was in, excuse me, I got the burps because I'm drinking this carbonated beverage trying to wake up from my nap. When I was in college, I got an avocado suit, and that just came organically because I was like Halloween shopping and trying to figure out what I wanted to be. And my friend, like, we were together, and he was like, dude, you got to go with the avocado suit. He dressed up in like a full Pikachu suit. And I was like, hell yeah, like I'm so down. So that's like what my profile picture was for like a while, was literally me. It's like a picture that was taken in my teeny tiny little apartment in college. I'm doing like the thumbs up. It's actually still my Discord profile picture, but it's me in the avocado suit. I still have the suit, and I have a channel like redemption. I believe it's 25K because I'm just expensive like that. I believe it's 25K to wear the avocado suit for the rest of the stream, or like for the rest of like the next stream if you'd prefer that. Like if it's towards the end of stream or something like that, I'm not gonna scam people out of it. But yeah, so it came from loving avocados, and I've just incorporated like the avocado suit into the stream. It's become like all my emotes, and yeah, it's just stuck. So yeah, that's the background. I just love avocados.
That's way better than I ever could have imagined.
Oh yeah, dude. It was silly, and it's so silly. I still have the avocado suit too, and I still like wear it on stream. I remember when I first did like my first like celebration stream. It was like my 500 follower celebration stream, and I wore that like the entire suit. And I remember there was like a few like larger Rocket League creators that came in, and they're like, "Do the avocado dance." I was like, "What the hell is the avocado dance?" I didn't know, but pretty much any time I have like a celebratory stream, I just like throw that sucker on just to up the vibes a little bit. And I feel like it just catches people off guard, catches people's eye. And they're like, what is this dude doing? Because it's all out. Like it's like the bodysuit, but then also there's like a helmet that wraps around my head. And that gets hot. It gets very hot. I usually have to like take it off and let my head air out a little bit and then throw it back on. But yeah. That's the story.
That's fantastic. And I mean, hey, I'm all for like differentiating yourself or doing anything that you can to kind of stand out from the crowd. So that certainly does that, and I'm sure that, you know, your viewers enjoy it, and you know that's one of the many reasons that people keep coming back to your streams.
Yeah, they do, which is silly, and you know, I'm here for it. I'm happy to spice it up in any way I can, if it means like dressing up or whatever it may be. But it's just another example of like you can just be anything in streaming or in content, whether it's YouTube or whatever. And that's what I love so much about it, is like I love avocados. You know, I'm an uncle, and I could just like bring in all these parts of myself, and I feel like it gives you the chance to like be your authentic self. And so it's cool.
Yeah. But switching gears a little bit from that, we can jump over to some more Rocket League specific topics.
Okay.
You said you picked up the game 3-ish years ago.
Yeah, about 3.5 years ago. Yep, that's right. Okay. So I had played it just like at a friend's house, like here and there. And so like I knew what it was. I knew like Rocket League existed. I knew I liked it, but like I never was gonna like buy the game and like pursue it outside of that. But at the time, like 3.5 years ago, my girlfriend's brother was like obsessed, like on the grind. He actually hardly plays anymore, which is really sad. But he basically convinced me like to get it, and I played on his Switch. Actually, he played PC, and I just like booted up his Switch with like 30 frames per second or something like that. It was super scuffed, but I grinded the Switch for like a year, got up to diamond, and yeah, it was. I just loved it. I don't know what it is. I mean, I played a lot of sports growing up, and I feel like Rocket League feels like a sport in the sense that it's like soccer, and it's like juking and passing and team plays and all that. And so like I was just hooked. I love like the competitive aspect of it. So I've been playing religiously for about 3.5 years now.
Okay. So this is kind of maybe a little bit more like poignant to like right now, but like a lot of Rocket League streamers are seemingly, having some trouble staying motivated streaming the game. You see a lot of people like branching out into other, maybe doing some variety streams where,
Mhm.
it's a lot less of like you don't see any of the pros streaming it right now. And like part of that is RLCS isn't happening, but like what do you do specifically to like keep things fun, to stay motivated, to, continue to enjoy Rocket League?
It's a great question. I don't think I have a good answer. I'm just a psycho. I have never gotten burnt out in Rocket League. There's times where I've been like a little burnt out, like with streaming, or I'll need to take like a little bit of a break from streaming. But like Rocket League, I love it. I could play it for hours every day. I mean, I do that. I play it for hours every day. I do not get burnt out. I don't know what it is. Like there's people I used to play with, like let's say like my girlfriend's brother who introduced me to it, doesn't even play anymore. Just like got bored of the game. And I see that happen to so many people, and I just like I don't. And I don't know why. I don't know if I'm just like weird, but I straight up don't play any other games. I just play Rocket League. I've variety streamed a tiny bit, and I just get bored. I'll be like 30 minutes into a game and I'll be like, all right, I know we said we were gonna, play some Spider-Man, play some whatever it is, but we're going back to Rocket League. Let's get these viewer tourneys cracking.
I'm getting the itch. I need to go back.
Mm-hmm.
But I totally get it. So we've been talking about this here on the podcast the past couple of weeks, in general. But what rank are you, if you don't mind me asking?
So I peaked last season, GC1 Div 3. I haven't been able to get it back this season. I'm actually trying to grind for GC and hoops right now, so I haven't been playing like 2s or 1s or anything like that. But last season I peaked GC1 Div 3, highest I've ever been. That was also my first time in GC.
Okay, so that actually kind of goes hand in hand with like our kind of thinking, right? So like not necessarily pros because they like make a living off of the game and that's what they do, but like your high level content creators, I'm thinking like SSL Stone, Tryhouse, people who are like at the peak of the game, right? They've hit SSL. There's nothing left for them to do.
Yeah.
I think that's the kind of people that are getting burnt out of the game because there's nothing new that's been added and there's no reason to continue to grind the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. That's a good point. I think if I was like SSL and I feel like had peaked, then yeah, I'd probably feel a little bit different. I'm not sure. But yeah, like you said, I still am like, GC1. So there's still room to go up. But I don't know. I mean, I'll have a better answer to that when I hit SSL. We'll follow up and I'll let you know.
Hey, that's fair. I mean, I like similar to you. I'm a psychopath and really only just play Rocket League. And, I also have not hit SSL. So, peaked GC 1-ish, 2. It'd have been 2 if it like if GC2 existed then, like before they brought it in. But so, I haven't hit the pinnacle of Rocket League, and maybe that's why the grind still exists, right? Like there's always room to improve. I also grew up playing sports, so, I want to improve and get better, and also, continuing to compete has been fantastic, and it's fun.
Yes.
But
yeah, that's what it's all about, competing. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, no. But so that's kind of been, we're thoroughly in RLCS off season right now. So, we've been talking about, why are people like, why is the game like quote unquote dying, right? From a player base, from a viewership standpoint on, Twitch, on YouTube, things like that. And I think a lot of it is the burnout because there's nothing new to grind.
Yep.
Like, Twitch Rivals does so good during Spike Rush. They didn't, when Knockout came out, people played the absolute shit out of that. Like, we talked a little bit last week because they just had the announcement about the updates to like the menu, to the UI, the fact that they're taking Drop Shot out they're rotating it with Snow Day per season.
Yeah.
We basically talked about how simple it would be. Like they've set themselves up for success at Epic, where you could, with it only being every other season, you could do like a top 100 like Snow Day title.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and like that's a unique item that's not going to happen every season because it's not in the game every season. Or same for Drop Shot, and it gives people something to come back and grind for.
Exactly.
But that's kind of been some of the big talks. After they, I guess I'll hit another elephant in the community and talk about trading.
Oof.
Yeah. So I mean, some people are not as affected by others, but what are your feelings and thoughts on trading, especially since we've gotten some more news about the reasoning behind that?
What's the new news? Actually, hit me with that first. Is this breaking news?
Not breaking, but like it was. I don't know if leaked is the right word, but somebody was talking about it today that it's gonna Rocket Racing is set to come to Fortnite. They kind of talked about some of the details, like cosmetics for your cars, like with body, wheels, boosters, like basically your Rocket League presets. There'll be a global leaderboard, custom lobbies, driver reactions, map voting, and they seem to have like some AI drivers in there as well. Mm-hmm. So it seems to be that those items are going to be cross-platform and cross-game portable, right? So you can take all your Rocket League items into Fortnite. So allowing trading to stay in Rocket League would be an absolute nightmare to try and make trading work for that.
Yeah. I've heard so many different opinions. Like my initial reaction is obviously just like pissed. Like I'm upset. Trading is such a big part of the game. It doesn't affect me like as much, but it still does. I mean, it affects every creator to a degree. If you want to do a giveaway, if a lot of people, that's where they kind of base like their YouTube content around, like just thinking of like John Sandman, for example. And so like, I'm upset like for a lot of other people, upset like for myself as well, but it definitely has a lower impact on me than I think other creators. And especially like Rocket League is not like my career, at least at the moment. And so like, I know, when it starts to affect people's bank accounts, if that this is their job, then like highly upset. And so for those people, like, gosh, like I feel just awful about it. And like, it just sounds dumb to me. Like, I don't know. I feel like I don't have the most educated opinion. I've heard like Lethamir say like, oh, Rocket League being in Fortnite, like could be like a net positive because it's gonna like bring more exposure to Rocket League. And so like I could hear that argument, but just like being like a game mode in Fortnite, I don't know. It just sounds dumb to me. I just want Rocket League to like be focused on and not feel like an extension of Fortnite, which I believe is the direction they're wanting to take it. So I don't know. I'm upset for other people. I'm upset for myself. And I think I might drop an Epic Games diss track in order to get back at them. We'll see though.
That would certainly, I'd give it a listen. That would be fantastic.
We might. It's potentially in the works.
Okay. Well, I mean, we've had some various different takes and ideas on, because we're professionals here, on how this could have been handled differently.
Yeah.
I certainly think there's a number of untradeable items in Rocket League.
Mhm.
I think that it would have been rather easy to make all the non-tradable items go with you
Yeah.
and just kind of leave like designate items instead of non-tradable, like non-transferable,
Yeah.
so that they don't go to, they wouldn't go to they wouldn't transfer into Fortnite racing, but it would still allow, because like you said, there's a huge pillar of the community and a huge portion of the player base that like this is where they get enjoyment out of the game, is trading.
Yes. Yes.
So
Exactly. Yeah.
alienating part of the community of a game that the community already feels alienated in due to the lack of communication, transparency, and like insight into the game seems foolish.
It seems very foolish. I mean, I don't understand it. Like I agree completely, and I like understand and can sympathize with a lot of like the qualms. Like it doesn't make any sense. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Like I do think it's ridiculous. Like I know they like their most recent update, like people were happy about that a little bit, it seemed like, because they were at least like sharing some updates coming to the game. So maybe that could be, the new norm. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, I'm just, I'm definitely upset about it. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but I'm such like they could Epic Games, the CEO could punch me in the face and I would still play Rocket League. I just love it. But still highly upset.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, and I don't know. I feel like you didn't necessarily need to remove trading because there's a limited number of not of tradable items in the game anyway. And as like you've said, some of your friends have stopped playing, some of my friends have stopped playing. The items that they have gone to die, right? They just don't exist in the game anymore because those those accounts are lost.
Yep.
So eventually, all of the tradable items will be gone. Like either to somebody who like they just gave them to all their friends and they've continued to trade them, but like eventually those will die. Like those will go to an account that's lost, or people just stop playing Rocket League.
Yep.
So I feel like you could have just like stopped, like they could have not said anything and just made all the items from here on out on like non-tradable. And I think people like maybe wouldn't have said anything or noticed or anything like that, and then they wouldn't have been mad.
Yeah. Yeah. I think anything other than what they chose to do is probably a better solution. But yeah, I mean, I just don't understand it. It just like circles back to just like, why did they buy the game? Like, what grandmaster plan did they have, if they had one? And just like what are they doing? It just seems like such a cash grab, and obviously people won't react well to that.
I mean, we won't know until we know, but certainly getting any kind of communication is a step up from where we've been. So it's sad that that's what everyone is so excited about, but at the end of the day, something is better than nothing. So that's what we'll have to take for the time being. But let's talk about some more fun and exciting stuff. Let's talk about LAN events.
Ooh.
So was Boston your first LAN event that you've been to?
First one, baby.
Okay. And what was your Boston LAN experience like?
It was great. Brought my girlfriend. She thought she was going to be a streamer too, but she's since retired. Bless you. It was so fun. Like traveling the world or traveling the like United States to like go to a Rocket League event. Like there's something so pure and so cool about that. And so like selfishly, I mean, I had the most wonderful time. And yeah, I loved it. I can't wait. I'm planning to go to any and all events moving forward. I've also gone to like TwitchCon like the past couple years, and those have been really fun. I very much so cherish the in-person connections and getting to meet fellow creators and So my experience was like 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. Had the most wonderful time. Got to meet so many great people, so many like streamers that I'm like friends with over the internet, but haven't gotten the chance to meet them. And so it was really cool. I can't wait to go to more. But yeah, it was great. How was yours?
Um, it was a fantastic experience. Our podcast started after Worlds in Dallas in 2022,
Oh,
and
okay.
some of my I'll shout out for MLE. I don't know if you are a part of a competitive league or would like to be, but that is a good place to start.
Yeah.
But some of my teammates from an MLE, we all got an Airbnb together in Dallas,
Oh.
and we went. So I met them all for the first time, like in person, and
Mhm.
we decided to start a podcast with the goal of trying to get like media or VIP passes to get into the events.
Hell yeah.
And we got it for the winter major because that was in the U.S. And then we got them again for Boston, but for
Go.
but for Boston they had like the because it was at like a real like sporting venue. It was at an
Yeah.
ice rink, and so they had like a media room. So like we got some cool pictures, we have some cool video like footage and you know content basically from up above the where everyone was sitting in the press box, so to speak.
Yep.
And we got to do interviews, we got to talk to and like give high fives to Vitality after they won, and
Hell yeah.
all
That's
that's
incredible.
it's it's like the biggest like imposter syndrome because I'm like, well, what have I done to be
I know,
able to
right?
do this? And they're all so young. They're all so
Yeah.
much younger than me, and it's like,
Yeah.
why am I nervous to talk to these people? But they're just like at the peak of their Rocket League ability. But it's so cool to be surrounded by that many people who are so passionate about the same thing as you. So
Yeah.
like I could like bump into anybody at an event and talk to them about Rocket League for hours. Just
Yep.
bond over the fact that we're enjoying watching 16-year-olds play Rocket League. So I can't say enough good things about the LAN events that I've been fortunate enough to go to, and I
Yeah.
can't wait for hopefully the first one of the 2024 year to be in the Midwest. That's the rumblings that I've heard. I'm not sure.
Oh, you got the plug then, huh?
Potentially. That was the
Okay.
last that I heard, but also it has been a while and things have changed quite rapidly.
Okay. What is like is there a rumored city? Like what city?
I had heard Chicago.
Whoa. Oh, that'd be sick. Chicago's dope. Oh my god, I'm gonna eat so much pizza when I'm there.
So, I mean, Chicago is not a bad place at all.
No.
I potentially maybe a St. Louis I heard too, but that one seems less likely.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Honestly, anywhere would be cool. Chicago sounds sick. I really enjoyed TwitchCon this past year. What was it, like a month ago? More than that? I can't even remember. I'm losing track of time, but it was in Vegas, and honestly, I loved it. I loved it being in Vegas. Had a wonderful time. And just being able to travel anywhere. Like I would go regardless of the city, to be honest. But Chicago and like a few other cities are like high on the list that I think would be super sick to get to visit.
Yeah, I mean, like it could like I talk about it like I have a preference or that like I care, but
I
like
know, right?
it could be like in February in Duluth, Minnesota, like super far
Yeah.
north. I'd still go.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just getting to go to
Yeah.
a cool place is a bonus.
Yeah. Yeah, same. Yeah, it's so cool. Like getting to travel for Rocket League. You can call it like work, even if it's not necessarily like our primary careers. It's our secondary for a lot of people. And so getting to travel for a video game, it's so mind blowing. And I don't think that will like ever really wear off. It's so cool.
Yeah, no, it's Rocket League has become more a part of my life than I could have ever imagined, and I'm more thankful to that for doing that, for bringing like some of my best friends are people that I play Rocket League with almost every day, or try to
Yep.
play every day. I
Yep.
I have my main career. I coach collegiate Rocket League. I do the podcast. Like it's so exciting to be able to continue to stay involved in the community, to try and, grow my presence, so to speak, to get to talk to cool people, to get to talk to you, to get to talk to, Stacks and Subi and, other people in the community is more exciting than I could have, ever dreamed of.
It's the best. Like meeting these people who you've either like enjoyed their content for a while. It's like surreal. Like honestly, like I feel like at this point, like I've met pretty much all the big content creators in Rocket League, or a lot of the big and like medium tier. I feel like I've met almost everybody at this point. And it's just like, dude, people are so cool. I don't know if it's like this with other like esports, with other games, but like everyone is so nice and like so humble, and yeah, it really is like a tight knit community. So yeah, shout out to the Rocket League community.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But do you have a favorite LAN memory from Boston?
Oh man, that's a good question. I really enjoyed. Did you go to like the old farts? Like I don't know what you'd call it, little bash, little party at that bar.
Yeah,
Was it
on the watch party on Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, that was so fun. I got to meet a lot of people that I was so excited to meet, just like streamer friends. Had a couple of brews. Just that was like surreal. I remember watching like Optic and just like how crazy everyone was going. I'd say that's pretty top tier for just like how fun that was. Trying to think what else. Honestly, some of the highlights are like not even Rocket League related. Like me and my girlfriend did like this sick tour. It was like the Freedom Trail tour, I believe is what it's called. That's a highlight that comes to mind. That tour was sick, getting to learn like the history of Boston. We went to some sick museums. And then like just the atmosphere and like the actual arena, it was electric. Like I remember the first time like walking in and just like going up and like looking down at it. It was kind of like surreal for it being like my first time. I was like, damn, there's really all these people here for Rocket League. And not only that, but they're like passionate. They're cheering hard. And my girlfriend couldn't believe it either. She didn't like know what to expect. She's like, this many people care about Rocket League? And I was like, you damn right they do. But she really enjoyed it too. And I think she went into it expecting to like not enjoy it. So, but she had a good time as well.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's hard not to get, like, amped up and to get, like, drawn into it. So, like, we, two of the three people that usually host the episode with me and one other guy went to San Diego, went to, at DreamHack, and our third co-host had not. And, we had our media passes there, and I was like, we got back and we had like, there's more motivation than ever to like grind out some content to like improve what we're doing.
Yep.
And he like the person who didn't make it was like, I don't really understand. And then he went to Boston and he got back and he's like, you know what, I fucking get it. I so get it.
Literally.
There's nothing like it.
There's nothing like it. You're with like-minded individuals, which is why I feel like I used to like scoff at the idea of like a content house like back in the day, but like honestly, I understand it now. Like when you're around like-minded individuals that want to grind, like it is so inspiring. That's honestly how I felt coming back from like TwitchCon. Like I was like, dude, next TwitchCon event I go to, like I'm gonna be partner. Like that is my like number one goal, grind for partner. And like yeah, it's the most motivating thing, like getting to meet people that, whether they're big or smaller, medium, doesn't matter where it is, everyone kind of has that like-minded mentality that they want to grind, and getting to meet people that like you just like used to watch and like that inspire you. It's like it's crazy. There's nothing like it.
Yeah, for sure. And I'll pivot a little bit back to Rocket League specifically a little bit. Do you have a favorite memory from your time playing Rocket League, either recent or, all time?
Hitting GC last season, no doubt. I was grinding for GC for so long. So long. Oh my God. And I remember I got it with my boy Zen Zero. Shout out Zen Zero. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he's a Rocket League creator as well, a caster, so on and so forth. But I got it with him, and it was surreal. And like chat was going crazy because everyone just knew like how bad I wanted it and how I was grinding for it for season after season after season. So hitting GC, it was like my biggest goal in the game for like the longest time. So accomplishing that, I remember hitting champ for the first time was really cool as well. I did it with my OG duo, which is my girlfriend's older brother, who sadly doesn't play anymore. But hitting champ with him was really cool. And then I was just stuck champ forever. And then finally breaking through to GC was honestly something I'll never forget. It was incredible. I stayed up like way too late because we were like borderline. I think I worked the next day, and I was up till like 3 a.m. like at least, just like grinding. And then I got it, and I was like sick, and everyone's like, "Bro, you got to get rewards now," because the season was like about to end, and I was like, "Damn it! All right, we play more, 10 more, let's go." And we just got on like a hot streak. I got rewards. I remember going to bed. I was so tired, but I was so happy. I was like, I don't care if I'm a zombie at work tomorrow. It was worth it. I'll tell my boss I was playing Rocket League all night.
I got my pixels on the screen. Hell yeah.
Exactly.
But no, I totally understand. Like I still, scream to myself in my basement, when I hit a clip, things like that. It's just like there's no other game that does that for me, right? That you get so into. Like occasionally you get the, like I played Wii a lot when I was, younger, and moving around in my chair trying to reach to hit the ball. It's like, well, it helps a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. No, I do that too. I lean directions, lean forward. But I'm the same way. I get so freaking excited, which is why I feel like streaming was like meant for me because, dude, I'll hit the most mediocre clip and I will just start screaming like I just won RLCS. I just get so excited.
But that's one of the things that I really enjoy about your content specifically. You just seem so genuine in all the things that you do, because there's some people that will just react just for the sake of reacting, but it seems like everything that you're very passionate about what you do, you genuinely enjoy grinding and playing Rocket League, and that really shines through in your content.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate you saying that, and it's very true. I am my authentic self on my stream. And all I want to do is grind Rocket League, whether that's doing viewer tournaments with the community or just grinding ranked in any way, shape, or form. I just want to grind. And it's funny because I know a lot of people go like the caster route, or there's a lot of different routes you could go. And I honestly like casting in like small doses, and I really respect casters a lot. But like, I just want to play, I just want to get out there. I want to play. And so, yeah, hopefully soon we'll be reaching GC too, and then we just keep climbing.
Okay, so that leads into my next question. Do you have a goal for the end of the year, like the calendar year or the Rocket League season, and then do you have maybe a goal for next year for yourself, for streaming, or for Rocket League?
I'm very goal oriented. So as far as Rocket League, my goals are split out by season. I want to get GC in hoops. That's my biggest goal. And then if I have time, I think I will grind for GC in threes. But right now I'm hyper focused on getting GC in hoops. I think I'm high champ 2 right now. So we're making progress. We're getting close. That is my goal for this season, and then I haven't even thought about like next season. Maybe I'll go GC in 1's. I feel like that could be kind of fun. I actually really like 1's.
Hold on a second. I may go for GC in 1's. That sounds kind of fun.
I love it. I'm a psycho.
I don't know that I've ever heard those words put together in the same sentence.
I know.
Ever.
I love 1's. I don't know what it is. I think I'm like a very ground oriented player, and so when 1's just like is perfect for that. Like, I'm not the guy that's gonna be hitting triple resets, but like I will consistently flick over you all day and get like cringe air drip bumps. And so I don't know. I like 1's. I really like 1's. And I was that same way like with sports when I was a kid. Like I was that like annoying kid that would just like be at parks and ask random people like, "Hey, want a 1v1?" I don't know what it is. Mono, like just going at it. Yeah, I kind of love ones.
I was always told that there were people who did love ones, but I didn't know that I'd ever meet
Mhm.
one in person. So,
I know. Well, there's a first for everything.
well, I mean, if I'm gonna play ones, I gotta turn on the music, I gotta turn off chat, and I gotta
Yeah.
not tilt myself.
Oh yeah, it's the most tilting. I have recently gotten so much better about like not getting tilted though. If I feel myself getting tilted, I just like I gotta laugh it off. I gotta switch the game mode. I gotta just pause a little bit and just like talk to chat. Um, but I used to get a lot more tilted back earlier on in my streaming days, but um I don't know. I just feel like it's like not enjoyable to watch someone get mad on stream. And so like I've gotten a lot better at preventing tilt, but yeah, I'm kind of psychotic. I love ones. But back to the goals. So that is my goal, GC and hoops this season. Streaming goals, pushing for 5K by the end of the year. If I don't get it, I have to delete my Twitch channel. That's just, I put kind of weird challenges like that into it because I want to push myself to grind harder. And so that's the current push. I think we're like 350 off right now, approximately, maybe closer to 300 from 5K. So that's my goal right now. 5K by the end of the year. And then I'm actually doing my first subathon at the end of the year to hopefully celebrate that. And then next year it's going to be push to partner, trying to get Twitch partner. And yeah, those are my stream goals.
Okay, and you're talking about calendar year, right?
Yes.
Okay, because like I know that like the Rocket League season ends, I think December 5th. I think it coincides with them removing trading, but I just wanted to make sure that we were talking about the calendar year. So give yourself a little
Calendar
extra
year.
month.
Yeah, calendar year. Yeah, by New Year's, I've got to have 5K on Twitch, or I'm gonna delete my Twitch channel, and I'll have to start again, stream somewhere else. I don't know yet, but I think we can do it.
I mean, I don't see why not. Your growth has been on the steady incline and rapid for a while now, so I'm very excited that you agreed to come on and talk to us and share some of your story and your passion for Rocket League.
I'm happy to be here. I very much appreciate you. Appreciate y'all having me on. And it's really great to meet you. And honestly, I can't wait to meet you at like a future LAN event as well. It's gonna be very epic.
Yeah,
and get to meet the rest of the crew. Can you tell me the names of the rest of the crew? Like,
yeah. So the normal people that we have on would be AJ Binky, and Code Red Jack, and then myself.
Okay.
And then we have two other people that will do episodes with me during the season, and we kind of talk about like the quote unquote like the bubble scene. So
gotcha.
Some of the play-in tournaments, the open qualifiers, teams that you should be looking out for, some CRL stuff. And that would be Sasuke and Iatomic.
Okay, let's go. Well, shout out to them and shame on them for not being here.
Yeah, well,
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm being silly.
but I have one question. Then I'll let you plug all of your social medias.
Okay.
But if you could have dinner
Yes.
with 3 current Rocket League pros, or I'll do
Whoa.
former pros, who would they be?
Garrett G. It's got to be. Man, I'm just gonna name the old NRG crew because it's got to be Justin in there too, and apparently Jack. Those are the 3 that come to mind. Let me like think about it for another few seconds to see if there's like an honorable mention. But those are the 3 that come to mind right off the rip. I mean, Reddles would be sick. Reddles is a legend. Arsenal's another honorable mention. I love Arsenal. He was one of like I wouldn't say like the first person I watched. I think the first person I watched was like, probably like Lethamir was like the first person like I watched like religiously, but definitely love Arsenal. So Arsenal and Reddles are going to be some honorable mentions, but yeah, can't go wrong with Garrett G. He's just so handsome. And then Justin, just the GOAT, obviously. And then who's the other person I said? Oh, apparently Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah. he's pretty goated as well.
Interesting. So no like Gibbs or Krenovi or
Nah,
okay.
no. I think it's just when I started like paying attention. Like I didn't when I first started paying attention to Rocket League. Like Krenovi was gone, Energy was on top, and so like I'm heavily influenced by just like the time I came into Rocket League. So I'm not like an OG. I wouldn't say I'm new to the scene either. Somewhere in the middle. But I just remember like apparently Jack, I feel like was really on the rise and was really crushing. Back when I first started really paying attention, and NRG was just killing everybody. So those are like the squads that I found myself like liking the most.
That's fair. Those are good answers. I mean, I think that would be a very eventful night if you got those three together.
Could you imagine a dinner date with Garrett G? Holy.
Watch out. That'd just be too much fun. But now's about the time where, we will roll out the red carpet if you want to plug your social medias, and, all the links to your social medias will be available in the episode description. But, why don't you plug anything you got coming up?
Yeah. Coming up, my first subathon at the end of this year, we're doing 3 tournaments. So it's December 29th, the 30th, and the 31st. We're doing on Friday, the 29th, we're doing a 1v1 tournament, and then Saturday 2v2, and then on Sunday a 3v3. It's cash prizes, $500 for the 3v3 tournament. Let me try and remember. So I'm not saying inaccurate numbers, but I believe it's $300 for the 2v2. And then is it $200? Yeah, it's $200 for the 1v1. So if you want to make some money, slide on through. But it's Uncle_Che on everything except for Instagram. For some reason, there's an Uncle_Che. I've already messaged him trying to get him to give me the account. It didn't work, so it's Uncle.Che on Instagram. But everywhere else, it's just Uncle_Che. If you want to check me out, I'd say I'm like mostly active on like Twitch and Twitter. I do posts everywhere on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. But I mean, I'm a Twitch main. It's funny because like the first year and a half, maybe even longer than that, all I did was Twitch. Like I didn't even try posting videos or anything. I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, for starters, I was just like, I like streaming. This is fun. So I've started to get more strategic about it like last 6 months, and networking, meeting people, all that, fun stuff. Going on other people's streams, going on podcasts. This is my first podcast, by the way. Holy.
Hey, it's always a good time. Nice and easy. It's fun. It's fun to just kind of shoot the shit with people.
It is. No, it's great. I had a wonderful time here. But yeah, that's where you can find me, Uncle_Che. Stream on Twitch. And yeah, that's it. Subathon coming up at the end of the year. Grind to 5K. If I don't get it, I got to delete my channel, which is really sad. So.
And well, hopefully we can help reach that goal for you. But we always like to ask our guests and leave off with one final question, and that being, when is the best time to go for boost over ball?
Always.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's easy. That's easy. I got that unlocked. I did a little bit of research for the podcast.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair.
Always, the ball's not important, but being able to go as fast as you can at any time, way more important. Get that boost. Always guzzle that boost. Boost over ball. I actually have a Rocket League song out, and I know we're past the plugging at this point, but here we go, plugging again. We have a song out called Boostin'. So I don't know. Sounds like the perfect theme song for y'all. I'm just saying.
Okay, well, I'll make sure to give it a listen. I'll make sure to put that song and all of the other links in the episode description, like I said. But thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to come and talk to us. I really enjoyed our conversation. I really enjoyed getting to know you better. And thank you again for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I got to go take an ice bath, recover from this marathon. I'm in pain. But it was really fun coming on. And really appreciate you having me. And yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you again. And we will catch you next time.
All right, sweet. Sounds good. Have a good rest of your night. And I'll talk to you later.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Boost Overball podcast. We would like to thank you so much for listening. We'd also like to remind you to please follow us on Twitter, Instagram, join our Discord, and rate us wherever you listen to podcasts, as it really helps us grow and continue to pump out the best content possible. Also, make sure to check out our YouTube, our Twitch, our TikTok, and our merch store, along with our fully fleshed out website at boostoverball.com. Thank you so much again for listening and for checking out our links. And from all of us here on the show, as always, remember to choose Boost over Ball.
Thank you for listening to the Boost Over Ball podcast. Make sure to check out our website, www.boostoverball.com, and rate us wherever you listen to podcasts.